back here at Mother's Garage. I'm gonna do some maintenance on the old John Deere here. The pull cord, about a couple weeks ago, I pulled on it and it ripped. But it's pretty self-explanatory why. Also, that's on the further it goes out. It went a lot further than that before. And I keep catching the end of it when I start it. But as you can see, she's worn out. It's the original string. So I'm gonna pop the cover off. I got some nice new to me string. We're gonna make her longer, and it's hopefully not gonna rip again, because I think it's about to do that. So let's pull that cover off. Now on these tecumsehs, I'm pretty sure on all of them it's just 4 big Phillips screws. I like to use, a bit in a ratchet, not a screwdriver, because as you can see, that one's just about round. But if you get a big enough bit, it's fine. So I'm gonna pop that off real quick. Well, that one's now completely stripped. I'm gonna grab some vice grips, and hopefully I grabbed it enough to take it off. Well, it just barely worked, but I got it loose. Now, take this off and show you what it looks like on the inside. Now that I got those out, comes right off. And then, I don't know if you gotta take the whole way apart. I think you can just unwind it the whole way, thread rope in there, and tie it. We're going to see, though. Probably gonna go in on the workbench. Right. Yep, I think I'm right. Okay, we need some pliers. Stuck in there a little bit. There we go. Probably gonna need those in a second. Now, there we are. Now I'm going to get my knife out, because YouTube will probably lose their minds. Oh my god, that's a knife! It's dangerous! So I'm going to try and use these dikes. Work perfectly. Now, I'm holding it with one hand. That end's too big. Thread it. Oh boy. Right in there. Use these again. Tie a nice simple. I wonder if there's a way I can get that to stay for a minute. Stand by. Alright, I took one of these little screwdrivers poked in there. Now I'm going to tie the knot. Whoa. There. Now to protect this from untying, I like to, since this is nylon, I like to warm it up a bit so it locks in place. You don't have to do this, I just like to do it because I really don't want it to come apart. You probably don't need to do it, but I like to do it. Makes it real solid. Like it's just a hard piece on the end. Now, pull the screwdriver out, pull this back through, it lines itself on. That's about the limit for how much rope you can get on. Whoa. I'm gonna get the handle. They're real nice. You just push up on the string a little. Might have to get a small screwdriver, but this metal that's in the top is what holds the string. Sometimes they're a bit of a pain to take out, but it's just a little bent piece of metal. Another. These are probably the easiest one, like pull cord things, to put a new string on, because you just gotta unwind it. And I'm gonna take and pull out a little bit, so that way it continues to have tension and pull the handle in. Right about there. And since this is nylon rope, you don't want it to fray, so you get them out the end. Now, this is the big part that you gotta remember. Otherwise, you can really mess up. Make sure you put this on first. Otherwise, you gotta know how to untie the knot. And if you melt it like I do, to make the knot stay hard and not come untied, then you're gonna have to cut the string. If you keep forgetting to put the rubber thing on before the metal thing, then you're gonna end up with too short a rope. That's kind of the difficult part. Get enough out so you can tie. I just do a simple overhand knot. You don't really need to do anything fancy. Alright. Give her the proverbial heat treatment. Right next to my finger. Not too close though. Just close enough to where it ain't hot. Pull this out. Make sure she goes in the right end. Things down in there. And let's see how. I can't tell if that's longer. I bet you it ain't. If it ain't, oh well. It needed a new rope anyway, because it was about to rip off. Go put it back on. Now to bolt it back on, since I stripped one of those bolts, I ain't using that one. So I'm going to just take that one out, because it's the same thread. And it's going to have one bolt hex and 3 Phillips. It's back on, and I've expertly hidden the bolt, so you can't even see it. It's fine. Give it a pull. Oh, it's longer. It also isn't. It also isn't falling apart. So yeah. So I replace a pull cord on a. This is a, I think 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe. I think 60s, like tiller or generator engine. But yeah, and any Tecumseh though, that has the older style cover. Even some Briggs from the same time period. I think the whole way up into the 80s and maybe even the 90s had that same pull cover on it. Yeah, that's how I replaced the pull cord. Well, real nice and easy. See you next time, Motor's Garage.